Hello, this is English News Broadcast on ERi-TV for Thursday evening, 8th of August 2024. We're live from Asmara and thank you for joining us. Here are stores making headlines. Minister Osman Saleh delivers message of President Isaias Afwerki. UN Climate Coordinator met and held talks with various governmental officials. Russian warships make strategic port call in India. 6.9 magnitude earthquake rocks southwestern Japan. Osman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, delivered a message of President Isaias Afwerki to President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of the Republic of Egypt. The message from President Isaias focused on bilateral relations and regional cooperation. President al-Sisi in turn expressed his well wishes for President Isaias Afwerki. The meeting was attended by Mr. Fasil Gebreselassie, Eritrean ambassador to the Republic of Egypt, and Mr. Badr Abdelati, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian expats, along with other dignitaries. Ms. Rina Gelani, UN Assistant Secretary General and Climate Crisis Coordinator for the E1 Nino response, met and held talks with various Eritrean government officials, including Mr. Tesfaye Gebreselassie, Minister of Land, Water and Environment, Mr. ERi-TV, Minister of Agriculture, and Dr. Girgis Takhle-Mikael, Minister of Finance and National Development. During her meeting, Ms. Rina conducted extensive discussion focusing on Eritrea's effort to address climate change challenge and the progress made so far. In her meetings with Minister Tesfaye Gebreselassie, Ms. Rina received a detailed briefing on the progress of environmental protection project in Hamel Malo, the development of reserved lands in the northern and southern Red Sea region, land management in Sarat Jaga, and project related to environmental protection in Tsilima Plains, Rora Habab, and the southeast of the country. During her meeting with Minister ERi-TV, Ms. Rina was briefed on water and soil conservation, forestation activities, and the achievement already registered. The discussion also covered ecosystem management in terms of the accords Eritrea has signed over time, the country's priority development programs, and the effort being made to ensure food security. Ms. Rina also held extensive discussion with Dr. Girgis Takhle-Mikael, focusing on climate crisis and funding to address this crisis. The Ministry of Information has completed a one-year training program in journalism and mass communication for its 24 members, including 9 females and 1 member from the Ministry of Agriculture. The training, which covered both theoretical and practical aspects, included all types of media, press, radio, and television. It encompasses basic concepts and the meaning of news, interview modalities, news writing and editing, program production, public relation and promotion, journalism laws and ethics, layout design, social media use, basic political knowledge, international relations, anthropology, sociology, and English language. In his keynote address during the graduation event today, Mr. Yamane Gebremeskel, Minister of Information, emphasized the significance of harnessing the hardware and software tools afforded by new technology in this post-industrial age, characterized by exponential growth and dominance of information technology. He highlighted that these tools are critical and indispensable for the dissemination of balanced narrative to a wider global audience. Minister Yaman also noted that Eritrea's detractors continue to leverage their vast resources and networks to peddle toxic narratives about the country. He stressed that addressing and rectifying this anomaly requires continuous upgrading and reinforcement of human capital, as well as higher knowledge of the greater familiarization with all the new tools and platforms of information dissemination, including social media. Mr. Abdullahi Damer, Head of Human Resource Development, The ministry acknowledged the ministry's strong effort to develop its human resource through organized training programs and commended the trainees for their dedication and interest during the program. A representative of the trainees expressed gratitude to the training opportunity and conveyed their commitment to applying the skills and knowledge acquired in their daily activities at the ministry. Commendable water and soil conservation efforts, as well as construction of terraces, are being carried out in the student summer work program that commenced on 8th of July in Nafa Subzone. Mr. Tasfa Alam Zawde, head of the Forestry and Wildlife Authority in the subzone, indicated that the program included the construction and renovation of terraces, planting of tree seedlings, and the construction of water diversion schemes. So far, over 8,000 meters of terraces have been constructed and renovated, and 2,500 tree seedlings have been planted. Mr. Muhammad Noor Ismail, one of coordinators of the program, noted that students gain valuable experience every year through the summer work program and commended the strong participation of the students this year. This year, 172 students, including 88 females, are participating in the summer work program in Nafa Subzone. The participating students have expressed that they are developing a culture of work through the program and exchanging experiences with each other. They also expressed their commitment to strengthen their participation to achieve these objectives. Those were local news updates. Stay tuned for international news. Two Russian Navy vessels have docked at Cochin port in southern India, Moscow's embassy in New Delhi announced it today. The ships included missile cruiser Varyak, holder of the Order of Nakhimov, and the frigate Marshal Shaposhnikov of the Russian Pacific Fleet, the embassy stated, describing the port call as strategic. The embassy added in a statement that this visit underscores the strong maritime cooperation between Russia and India. A video released by the embassy shows Russian sailors interacting with their Indian counterparts in the control area of one of the ships. The visit was reported days after Indian Navy frigate INS Tabar traveled to Russia's St. Petersburg for a 4-day visit to participate in the 328th Russian Navy Day Parade celebration. The Mumbai-based Talwar-class ships was originally built at St. Petersburg's ballistic shipyard and commissioned by the Indian fleet in 2004. Defense has traditionally been the main pillar of the India-Russia partnership, and the navies of the two countries often conduct joint drills. A powerful earthquake struck off southern Japan today, causing mostly minor injuries for raising the level of concern over possible major quakes trembling from undersea through east of the coast. Officials said 9 people were injured on Japan's southern main island of Kyushu, but the injuries were mostly minor. There were no reports of serious damage, and tsunami advisories for the quake were later lifted. However, the quake prompted seismologists to hold an emergency meeting in which they reassessed and raised the level of risk of major quakes associated with the Nankai through east of southern Japan. The Japan Meteorological Agency said that today's quake registered magnitude 7.1 and was centered in water off the eastern coast of Kyushu at the depths of about 30 kilometers below sea surface. Seismologists at the agency held an emergency meeting to analyze whether the quake had affected the nearby Nankai through the source of past devastating earthquakes. They later issued an assessment that the potential for a future quake in the area from Kyushu to central Japan is higher than previously predicted. Before we go, we have a quick recap of the top stars. Minister Osman Saleh delivers message of President Isaias Afwerki. UN climate coordinator met and held talks with various government officials. Russian warships make strategic port call in India. 6.9 magnitude earthquake rocks southwestern Japan. And that wraps up our news broadcast for now. Thank you for watching.